In today's show, the Bitcoin price slides 5% after failing to break that critical 60K resistance. In today's show, I'll be doing some technical analysis and sharing why that is. We got rejected at that 60K level and where the Bitcoin price is likely to go from here. Checking out some wisdom from analyst Michael Van de Poppe. Saw some people freaking out about this drop of Bitcoin and altcoins. Yes, altcoins drop further than Bitcoin due to the correlations, and dips are interesting to accumulate. Corrections are healthy and organic. Stop zooming in on the charts and relax. It's still a bull market. Touche. And quoting Max Keiser from the most recent episode of the Keiser Report, the US dollar right now is in a hyperinflationary collapse against Bitcoin. It's a big signal. Bitcoin is not the bubble. Bitcoin is the pin. The US dollar is the bubble. And as Bitcoin Archive points out, Bitcoin is now 2.75x the peak of the 2017 bull market. The price went up more than 6x after this point in 2017. If repeated, that would mean Bitcoin going up to $360,000 this year. Let's go BTC. Also, Bitcoin is now worth more than the three largest payment services in the world combined, including PayPal, MasterCard, and Visa, and also now worth more than the GDP of Indonesia. Also in today's show, rich dad Robert Kiyosaki says he's buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and that the economy is screwed. And he tweeted this morning, anyone who says money doesn't make you happy is a sick puppy who has never been broke. Money is a drug. It makes people happy. The problem is when the drug wears off, people get unhappy. Buy gold, silver, Bitcoin, real money, and stay happy. That's right. Also in today's show, I have a Bitcoin price prediction to share with you. Can Bitcoin really hit $115,000 by summer's end? Yeah, according to Dan Morehead, Bitcoin is currently ahead of the firm's forecast. Has Bitcoin reaching $115,000 per token before summer 2021 comes to a close? I'll be breaking this down for you in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin and most all the major altcoins are currently correcting and in the red. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium Crypto News Alerts every single day, including weekends, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, March 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern, it's going down. Teeka Tiwari is back with his next live event entitled Crypto's Next $1 Trillion Coin. In 2016, he picked Bitcoin at $428, the world's first $1 trillion crypto, as we all know. Now he's back and he believes he discovered the next $1 trillion coin. To register and RSVP, click the link right down below this video in the description. It'll take you here. Simply enter your best email address and click the button that says sign me up. And Teeka will be revealing the name of this cryptocurrency absolutely free during this live event. And it gets even better. Bitcoin breaking the 1 trillion barrier sent other cryptos into escape velocity, delivering stunning returns like 1,200%, 1,700%, 3,000%, 4,000%, 17,000%, and even as high as 38,000%. So be sure to click the link right down below, register, and I look forward to seeing you there. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. We have a lot to discuss. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. We're witnessing a correction currently, but let's discuss where Bitcoin's likely headed next. The price of Bitcoin dipped below 56K today on March 21st after repeated rejections by the 60K resistance level throughout the past 4 days. Right here, you're looking at the 1 hour Bitcoin chart. Despite getting closer to cleanly breaching past and key technical levels, Bitcoin has now been showing weakness in the 59 and 60,500 range. There are three major reasons behind the stagnation: the rise in treasury yields, bearish movements on Bitfinex, as well as the struggle of the risk-on market. Now let's start with discussing the high U.S. treasury yields causing risk-on markets to slump. When the 10-year U.S. treasury yield rises, the appetite for risk-on assets tends to drop because investors can seek safer yield generating alternatives in treasury bonds. Although Bitcoin has not seen a tight correlation with the Dow Jones, it has seen a close correlation with tech-heavy indexes like the S&P 500. This suggests that the strong momentum of the U.S. treasury bonds is leading risk-on assets to stagnate, bringing down Bitcoin's momentum in tandem. As Cointelegraph previously reported, the U.S. treasury yields began to break out above key levels starting March 19th, and since then, Bitcoin has been consolidating, struggling to rise above that critical 60K level. Holger, a market analyst, shared the following on crypto Twitter: treasury yields breached more key levels as bond traders boosted bets that the Fed will allow inflation to overshoot as the U.S. economy recovers. 10-year yields top 1.75%, with ING seeing no real barrier for moves higher. As you can see, right here on your screen. And for Bitcoin to see a sustainable rally, it needs to see a favorable macro landscape, which would only be possible through the stabilization of the U.S. Treasury yields. Next, let's discuss selling pressure on Bitfinex at that 60K resistance. According to a pseudonymous Bitcoin trader and technical analyst known as Bitazine General, there has been serious selling pressure on Bitfinex. Other derivatives trading platforms like Deribit, FTX, and BitMEX also saw decent short interest. The trader shared the following: yeah, suckery still not over. Bitfinex still unloading. There was serious short interest on Deribit, Bitfinex, and FTX. Open interest is finally unwinding, though, as you can see right here on your screen. The combination of an unfavorable macro landscape and the selling pressure from both whales and derivatives traders likely caused Bitcoin to consolidate under $60,000. However, in the foreseeable future, the likelihood of a relief rally could increase if the open interest of the futures market continues to unwind. The term open interest refers to the total sum of active positions in the futures market. When it declines, it means that there is generally lower trading activity concerning derivatives. Now that we got that out of the way, now let's discuss the one positive catalyst, shall we? Willy Woo, the prominent on-chain analyst, explained that Bitcoin has a decent chance of not going under the $1 trillion capitalization again, and currently we're sitting above that $1 trillion mark. Willy Woo noted that the UTXO realized price distribution indicator, which showed the realized price of all UTXOs on any given day, indicates that the 1 trillion market cap is acting as a price floor. He shared the following on crypto Twitter: URPD, 7.3% of Bitcoin's last move that price is above the 1 trillion market cap. This is pretty solid price validation. 1 trillion is already strongly supported by investors. I'd say there's a fair chance we'll never see Bitcoin below that $1 trillion mark again. And he continues, it's only been 3 months since Bitcoin broke the 19,700 all-time high of the last macro cycle, but already 28.7% of Bitcoin's moved at prices above $19,700, as you can see on your screen, brought to you by Glassnode Analytics. And he also tweeted, URPD is a lens into price discovery by showing the price when coins last move, assuming they were bought by investors. Be aware coin movements are not always from purchases. For example, exchanges and users regularly move coins internally. So there you have it. The on-chain data also indicates that while there has been short-term selling pressure, these moves are not large enough to suggest that the market is anticipating a prolonged correction. If you're to ask me, I love what Michael Van de Pop shares right here. Saw some people freaking out about this drop of Bitcoin and altcoins. Yes, altcoins drop further than Bitcoin due to the correlations, and dips are interesting to accumulate. Corrections are healthy and organic. Stop zooming in on the charts and relax. It's still a bull market. Touche. And before I break down the latest from Max Keiser, as well as the Bitcoin archive and documenting Bitcoin, and we discussed the latest from rich dad Robert Kiyosaki saying he's buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and that the economy is screwed, as well as this 2021 Bitcoin price prediction of Bitcoin hitting $115,000 by summer's end. Let's first take a quick look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin and all the major altcoins currently correcting in the red. Bitcoin down over 5% for the day, trading just above 56,100. We have Ethereum down 4%, trading below $1,800. Chainlink down 6.5%, trading just under $29. Polkadot down 7%, trading at about $36.50. And BNB, Binance Coin, down 3%, trading at $260. All right, now quoting Max Keiser from the most recent episode of the Keiser Report, the US dollar right now is in a hyperinflationary collapse against Bitcoin. It's a big signal. Bitcoin is not the bubble. Bitcoin is the pin. The US dollar is the bubble. And I couldn't agree more. Let me know if you agree in the comments below. Max Keiser also says his short-term target of $77,000 is in play. That's right. When do you think it's likely to hit $77,000? He also has a $220,000 year-end target for the king of all crypto. Let me know if you feel Max will be accurate with his prediction once again. Now checking out the latest from the Bitcoin archive. Bitcoin is now 2.75x the peak of the 2017 bull market, which was at about 20K. The price went up more than 6x after this point in 2017. If repeated, that would mean Bitcoin going up to $360,000 this year. Do you feel Bitcoin could hit 360K by the end of the year? I feel it's totally doable, especially if we witness a super cycle here in 2021. Sky's the limit, or should I say, there is no limit to the sky. Also, as Document in Bitcoin points out, Bitcoin is now worth more than the 3 largest payment services in the world combined, including Visa, PayPal, and MasterCard, which is valued at $1.09 trillion, with Bitcoin being at about $1 1.1 trillion at the time this meme was created. Also, Bitcoin is now worth more than the GDP of Indonesia. Let's go, BTC. And before I break down our next stories of the day, first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at 1.7 trillion with 127 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and current Bitcoin dominance sitting at 60.2%, with the Ethereum dominance at 11.7%, with the Bitcoin market cap sitting above $1 trillion. Now checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have VThor token up 40% for the day and 190% for the week, trading at 2.2 cents. Harmony up 22% for the day and 137% for the week, trading at 13.5 cents. VeChain up 11% for the day and 43% for the week, trading at 9.4 cents. And IOST up 8% for the day and 23% for the week, trading at 5.4 cents. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki says he's buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and that the economy is screwed. That's right. He says they're racing to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and precious metals as the economy weakens. In a new Rich Dad radio show podcast episode, the best-selling author and entrepreneur says that while he does not wish to argue over which store value asset is superior, he is currently scrambling to own as much Bitcoin, Ethereum, and gold as he can. Now, we all know Bitcoin is way more superior than every other option, but hey, it is what it is, quoting him right here from this podcast. So I'm just grateful I have a lot of gold, silver, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, and I don't get into the argument. Peter Schiff is always arguing about gold and silver, and Max Kaiser's arguing back. And I think, why the heck are you guys arguing? Just get as much as you can right now, because the government is screwed. We're screwed. The whole economy is screwed. We're so deeply in debt, it's like sinking into quicksand right now. And you're arguing about gold, silver, Bitcoin? Just buy something. And last year, Robert Kiyosaki predicted that Bitcoin would break the 50K level in 2021, which lo and behold, we did, with an all-time high now above 60K. He said that this bet wasn't necessarily based on the strength of the Bitcoin, but in the weakness of the US economy and the government. Touche, quoting him again. I'm not judging Bitcoin, I'm judging the stupidity of our government. Being a real estate guy, when I look at how much debt is going to default, the question is, when all those office buildings around San Francisco can't pay their rent, who's going to bail them out? That's why I put my $50,000 bet. It was a bet against the economy. It wasn't a bet on Bitcoin, and I'm betting the Federal Reserve is going to print more money, and if they don't print, we're screwed anyway. The question is, where do you put your money? I started off years ago saying cash is trash, and it's becoming trash. The more artificial intelligence and technology make things more efficient, prices should keep coming down, but the Fed keeps pumping it up. Lesson number one in Rich Dad Poor Dad is the rich don't work for money, because the moment you do, you're screwed. It's coming true right now, and it really deeply concerns me. So there you have it. And he also tweeted this morning, anyone who says that money doesn't make you happy is a sick puppy who has never been broke. Money is a drug. It makes people happy. Problem is when the drug wears off, people get unhappy. Buy gold, silver, Bitcoin, real money, and stay happy. And checking out his other recent tweets, and what I love, he always says, buy Bitcoin, virtually in all his tweets. Biden's age more than an issue. Kamala least popular of Democrats. When she is president in America, becomes fastest state or breaks apart. Not good. Debt to rise as civil unrest spreads. Buy gold, silver, and Bitcoin. And I'll share one more of his tweets. America has gone from one of the toughest presidents, Trump, to the most incompetent president, Biden. Our problems to grow bigger. Sadly, like human tragedy at southern border, dollar economy will be destroyed by gold, silver, and Bitcoin. And speaking of Sleepy Joe Biden, this clip is absolutely hilarious. It's been going viral. I tweeted, the struggle is temporary. Hashtag Bitcoin, and it's been getting a lot of love. I got 24 retweets and 121 likes, and you have to check it out on Twitter to hear it with the music, which makes it all that much more hilarious. It is what it is, Sleepy Joe. Sorry, bro. And before I break down our next story of the day and I share with you this Bitcoin price prediction of Bitcoin hitting $115,000 by summer's end, but first I want to remind you to smash the show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 700 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also have a daily letter which goes out to over 30,000 subscribers every single day. To subscribe, visit letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also have a blog I update daily which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. It's important to follow me here because what if I got delisted or deplatformed from Twitter or YouTube? This will allow us to stay in communication. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already done so to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, including weekends just like this. You can also find me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Crypto News. Yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy with over 18,000 cryptopreneurs from all over the world. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat, which is uncensored. To join it, click this link. You automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. The Bitcoin price could be headed much higher based on an analysis from Pantera Capital CEO Dan Morehead. According to Dan Morehead, Bitcoin is currently ahead of the firm's forecast. Pantera Capital's forecast has it expecting Bitcoin to reach $115,000 before summer 2021 comes to a close. Pantera Capital's predictions are nothing to sneeze at. The CEO Dan Morehead has been a strong force in Wall Street for years. He founded the company in 2003, but prior to that, he was the head at the macro trading at Tiger Management. Pantera Capital is using a stock-to-flow model for its Bitcoin price prediction. As we all know, the stock-to-flow X model predicts a $288,000 Bitcoin price by December of this year, and this has it looking over scarcity and demand for an asset to determine its potential future value. In the case of Bitcoin, this can be tracked thanks to its halving that takes place once every 4 years. The price of Bitcoin has continued to climb higher the last few months. There's been a rise in crypto investors as more people turn to digital assets in times of economic turmoil. It's also worth noting that the price of Bitcoin is increasing as more services accept the crypto for payments. Cash App announced today that it now allows users to send Bitcoin to other cash tags for free from its app. It's also given out $1 million worth of virtual currency to celebrate. Another prime example of a major company adopting Bitcoin is Tesla. The company invested $1.5 billion in the crypto early last month, and at the same time it announced plans to accept Bitcoin as a form of payment, meaning you can now buy a Tesla with a Bitcoin. And as I shared in yesterday's episode, it's reported that Elon Musk holds over $5 billion in Bitcoin, considering Tesla, SpaceX, as well as personal holdings. I broke that story for you yesterday. If you missed it, be sure to check it out. In a new letter to investors, CEO and co-chief investment officer Dan Morehead notes that when Bitcoin plummeted in March of 2020, he assured investors that it would set a new record within 12 months as institutional investors started making allocations. Here's quoting him right here. "It took a few months to stabilize, a few months of the rally to build steam. Now it's fully on. My instinct from trading many cycles over 35 years is that crypto prices are going to melt up. We'll see much higher prices before this cycle is over." Bitcoin broke the 60K mark on March 13th, exceeding Pantera's original prediction of $52,943 for March 15th, 2021. Morehead concedes that Bitcoin is outpacing their forecast and is now on track to reach $115,000 in a few weeks. Let me know if you agree in the comments below. Quoting him right here, "Bitcoin is now ahead of our April 2020 forecast schedule to hit $115,000 this summer." Now for a quick recap, what I covered with you right here in today's show. The Bitcoin price slides 5% after failing to break that critical 60K resistance. I shared with you why. I shared the latest from Willy Woo, as well as analysts Holger and Michael Van de Poppe, who is ultimately just telling us stop freaking out and zoom out and relax. It's still a bull market. Also shared the latest from Max Kaiser. Also, as I pointed out, Bitcoin is now worth more than the 3 largest payment services in the world combined, as well as worth more than the GDP of Indonesia. Also in today's show, I shared that rich dad Robert Kiyosaki says he's buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and that the economy is screwed. Also in today's show, I shared with you that the struggle is temporary. As you can see, Sleepy Joe Biden, he may be falling down, but he gets right back up every single time. Hashtag Bitcoin to the moon. Also in today's show, I shared that the Bitcoin price can really hit $115,000 by summer's end, according to Dan Morehead of Pantera Capital. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And real quick before I go, I want to remind you that March 31st at 8 p.m. Eastern, it's going down. Tika Twari will be releasing his prediction of crypto's next trillion-dollar coin. Tika picked Bitcoin back in 2016 when it was trading at just $428, which became the world's first trillion-dollar crypto. And he's going to be revealing the name of his next trillion-dollar coin prediction absolutely free during this live event. And in 2017, he picked XRP. In 2018, it was Binance Coin BNB. and 2019 Chainlink, so he has a track record of predicting the best performing crypto assets. To register for this live event, simply click the link right down below this video. In the description, it'll take you here, and simply enter your best email address and click the button that says sign me up. I look forward to seeing you there, and I'll see you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.